Happy Monday morning, everybody. It's Avalon, and I want to talk to you guys about, am I an addict? When I was using, and I had gotten to the point where I was buying it off the streets, my script that I got of Percocet lasted a week, and it was supposed to last a month. I was taking them and snorting them, and it was crazy. And so I still, at that point, didn't think I was an addict. At least I'm not doing heroin, right? It's just pain meds. Ain't no big deal. It's just pain medication, mine was given to me by the doctor, and I've just built a tolerance. That's why I need to take more. And so, all these excuses. And then someone suggested that I try heroin. Oh, pain meds are made out of heroin. And there's really no difference between heroin and pain meds. It's only people that put it in a needle and shoot it up. That's a heroin addict. Okay, here I am, tired of paying $5 or $6 for a pill. I could get a bag of dope for $20. In my area, they were $20. I know in the city they go for $10 a bag or some craziness. Not in my area, because I come from a small town and price gouging was in effect. I could get a whole bag for $20 and it would last me a day. I could snort a little here, snort a little there. I had it all figured out in my head. And justified and rationalized in my head. And I also started to smoke some crack, which that's not a big deal, really. It's like, I did coke in the 80s. This is just in, smoke form. And so, it's no big deal. At least I'm not one of those crack addicts on the street selling their ass for crack. You know what I'm saying? Well, within a month of snorting heroin, someone very close to me suggested, "Oh my God, Evelyn, you gotta try shooting it up. It's amazing." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, needles, and it's okay as long as you don't share needles, and you're clean about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's really not that big of a deal." Okay, I'll try it once. Well, guess what? Even though it made me puke, because when you first start shooting up, and a lot of times even just you're doing heroin, when you're not used to it, make you puke. But shooting up made me puke. But I loved the feeling, and it didn't take very long till my body got used to it, and I stopped the puking, and everything went to hell in a handbasket. But I still was not an addict in my own mind. Started smoking crack more, and then the bath salt hit. I started smoking bath salts, but I still wasn't an addict in my mind. Until one day, I'm talking to a friend of mine who, she is now dead. She overdosed. And she was like, "Oh my God." She goes, "I go to the dentist down here and he'll pull a tooth just so I can get some pain meds." And, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to this, and I'm listening to her, and I'm thinking, wow, what an idea. I could start going to the dentist to get teeth pulled, or I could start going to the emergency room and faking a back injury or something like that. And that sent kind of red flags in my head. Oh my gosh, Avalon. And so, but that didn't stop me. And I still didn't think I was an addict. I justified and rationalized. I started selling my possessions for bath salt. And then I only used bath salt for a few months because it became illegal right around the time I was doing it. So I only did it for maybe 4 months. And then I couldn't find it anymore, so I went back to opiates. And when I went back to opiates, I went balls to the wall. But I still did not think I was an addict. Here we are, guys. I started selling my ass for crack, for heroin. And I still didn't think I was an addict. Because our fall into addiction isn't a quick one. It's a slow progression. And the changes are happening slowly, and we do not realize how deep we are sinking. You know, there's an old adage about, how to, when you put a frog into a pot of water and you turn the heat on, that frog will sit there and boil to death because it's a gradual heat. Right? And that is the same. And so a lot of us may not see where our addiction has taken us, what we have given up, the morals that we have given up, our standards, our self-respect, and to consider going to the doctors, to the dentist, to have normal, healthy teeth pulled, just so you can get a script of pain meds, is insanity. But when you're in full active addiction, and I don't care if it's from a doctor, I don't care where you get your drugs, an addict is an addict. And the justification and the rationalization needs to come to a halt. Because our standard of living has gone into the toilet and we're not functioning as normal human beings anymore. Admitting going to the hospital and getting admitted to the hospital on some fake symptom just so you can get pain meds. You know? We are entitled as human beings to live a life of joy and freedom. And addiction takes that from us. And we fight like tooth and nail to deny it. Like people, when I got confronted by people, I denied it. I was appalled. I was disgusted that somebody would actually think I was an addict. I could not admit it. Until finally, I was sitting on the couch one day, and I had my computer on my lap, and I was watching Intervention. And a light bulb went off in my head. Oh my God, I am that person. And my best friend got busted, got clean, went to rehab, and she was living her life, a good life, and I knew that. And that was a catalyst to send me. I decided I was done. And I stopped using cold turkey, and I went through withdrawal, which I've talked about on my videos before. But the point is, we cannot change if we can't see the truth about ourselves. So I think it's important that we realize that if we could say something to somebody and we have no idea what our words, what impact that can have on changing somebody's life. Well, our stories, our experiences can help somebody come to a realization that there's a problem and I need help, and there's nothing wrong with asking for help. Admitting that you're powerless over addiction. Admitting that you've lost control. No shame in that. All right, so I am going to do the winner of the Kratom contest. I had 6 entries. Bethany, Cass, David, Mats Wildful, Junior Moreno, Matthew Roberts. And since I only had 6, this is what I did. I wrote the names down. I wrote the numbers down. And here they are in little pieces of paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in my little handy-dandy Wizard of Oz cup here. See, they're in there. I'm going to shake it. I'm going to pick one out. And I'm going to see what number it is. Number is 805. And that is Matthew Roberts. Matthew Roberts, you are the winner of the Kratom contest. So you have 2 days. You have today, tomorrow, and then Wednesday. If I haven't heard from you, then it will be I'll pick another winner. So you can contact me at Avalon Decker, AVALON DECKER 7 @gmail.com, or you can look me up on Facebook and send me a message, Avalon and Decker on Facebook. And I need your address, and we'll send that out to you. Congratulations. Thanks to everybody who entered. Hope you're all having a good day. Brightest blessings and God is bless.